That is very interesting. It's good to hear that they actually know that.
Yeah.
Yes, it is on your, not just today, remember that, but today is interesting. So we can understand the power is indeed in their hands.
Absolutely. So we're talking about you are now in the know of how you can go about it, and so we're talking about the qualifications of those, the aggregation of those who are running for the president and the vice president. But Chamberlain, let's talk about their ages. I don't know where you fall between these, but let's talk about. Not how you know.
Yeah,
you have your friends around here.
You know,
so the president. So the highest 75, vice president. So this is age disaggregation of the presidential candidates and their running mate. Average for president 57, 52 for vice president. Lowest 38, lowest 36 there.
This is a very interesting spread. But I mean, I haven't seen this. You'll expect that this election to even get this a lot lower, you know, such that eventually, but if any of these chaps get in there and you add 8 years, so you could imagine what to expect. But they always tell us that, look, you can't play with experience, but that they tell us that they can get the job done.
Yeah.
They always remind us all the time. They say, trust us, we can get the job done.
I remember I remember one of the candidates was jogging and running around the stadium, and when the other candidate was going to respond, he said, I'm not looking for the job to run around the stadium. I'm the job of the president. How funny and how comic some of these situations can be. But do you have we've seen presidents across the world, the cycle, and they go around showing off how, you know, how fit they are, and but the fitness that we need is the ability to fix this country.
Oh yeah,
mental fitness, isn't
That's
it?
number one. But fix the country.
Yeah.
Fitness is relative, as some will say.
Yeah.
I mean, some have physical fitness, some have mental fitness, some have emotional fitness. But we need a holistic fitness. Nigeria, I mean, look at some of the people who have led in one capacity or the other. They come in with their hair all dark. By the time they are leaving office, their hair is gray. I mean, between the time INEC announced the date for the elections...
Who try to tell your barber what to do about the color of your hair.
Come on, that's why you have dyes out there to dye the hair back to black. But you see, between the time INEC announced the dates for these elections and today, you find out that there are those who have, whose hair has grayed over time because, as I say, the pressure of thinking and hoping to convince Nigerians to give you the task of running this office called Nigeria. It requires a lot of grit. But besides that, it requires the willingness to say, I'm willing to step on toes, but also the ability to say, that's where we're headed. And I'm willing to push us to get to that vision, and that's where we're going to. And then convince, because if people can see, if Nigerians can see that you're going somewhere, Nigerians, as someone said, Nigerians are easily led. If they can see that you're going somewhere, Nigerians will follow you. But the question is, do you even know, or are you fit in your wholeness to say that's where we're going?
And if they feel you can't do the job,
look, I mean, I've been on the flight from Nigeria to some other part of the country, and I see the way and manner passengers from Nigeria, Nigerians behave on the Nigerian airport. As soon as they land, maybe in Germany or in London or in the US, this is a different Nigeria. This is just a change in character. I mean, if some of you guys remember in the days of when Buhari actually was in office in the first time around, you remember people were queuing, people were orderly.
Is this the same country?
The same country.
Where has this been all the while?
So, I mean, just buttressing the fact that leadership matters a lot, and the manner in which the leader shows off the way to go, I mean, others follow suit. So let's look at a few other issues here. This is important, and that's where we are hammering. If you have your PVC, come on, get out there and vote. So we're giving you a historical perspective of how elections have been conducted. So what I try to do, Chamberlain, is not to go to 1979, but just go to 1999 and see how geometrically how things have progressed and how people have turned out. Well, things have grown, but these have gone down. Interesting. I mean, don't forget that some part of this area are the elections. Even the president at the time came out to say the election that brought me into office was flawed.
Yeah.
So 1999, we had 58 million registered voters, 30 million voted, 61 million in 2003, 42 million voted. That's a 12 million increase. 63 million, just 2 million increase on the register, on the voter register, but only 34 million. It came down, and 74 million in 2011. This is when we started seeing some sort of changes in our electoral process and in the voter register. Started cleaning it up. 39 million voted, and 67 million in 2015. 29 million voted. 82 million in 2019. 29 million voted. 93 million, although the PVC collected is around 87 million.
Plus, yeah.
So I'm expecting Nigerians, I'm putting you to that task. Let's get to 60 million this time around.
Well, chances are that that figure will be higher than 29 million.
Hopefully.
Chances are it will maybe higher than 39 million. Because, I mean, look at that. Yes, this is huge, but 87 million people this time around, because of all that has been introduced for these elections, the amount of, look, how many? Oh, a little bit over 10 million newly registered voters this time around.
Yeah.
So chances are that they may just dwarf that 29 million people who voted this time around, because after all, we also have seen in the data that a lot of people between the ages of what, 18 and is it about 30 something, are the highest voting bloc in this election. So, and they're very enthusiastic about this voting. So, yes, that figure, just keep an eye on that one.
I know you and I are sports lovers. I don't know if not to love sports. I don't bet, but I'm almost going to bet with Chamberlain to say, what figure do you think will come here?
Well,
I'm trying to challenge you all there that have your PVC. Let me put a figure here.
Oh,
Let's say 43 million.
Okay,
well, if I were a betting man, of which I'm not, I'll be a lot more. I'll be enthusiastic. I'll be equally enthusiastic.
You know.
So what figure will you put here, Chamberlain?
That'll be difficult, you know. Just trying to see.
Just try. And after the elections, we then compare figures. I'm putting about 43 million.
43 million.
What are you putting?
Okay, so considering the fact that we have... hold on.
Don't be political.
Hold on. I'm not being political here. Considering the fact that we have a lot of first-time voters, a lot of people registered today. I mean, today meaning this period. I'm thinking, and INEC talked about the fact that a lot of permanent voters' cards were not collected.
6 million.
And then a lot of people... A lot of people also transferred their voters' cards. Some were not printed. And so at the end of the day, you'll be wondering... But I think if I want to look at what's happening out there, the mood of the people, the excitement out there, I'll put it at 55 million.
55? Wow. Well, I won't look beyond, I'll look in the region of 45.
I'm optimistic, man.
I'm saying 43 million.
Oh, okay.
And so, because you know what? These guys out there, they've done the hardest job.
Yeah.
Getting to register, over 12 million of you.
That's a lot.
Sean, did you register?
I did. No, I've had my PVC.
I have my PVC too.
I've had my PVC for 7 years.
Oh, yeah.
But you've done the hardest job of registering. You've done the hardest job of going to your polling unit to identify. You've done the hard job of getting, you've done the hard job of going out there to encourage others. You've done the hard job of willing to participate, going online to banter, to debate over the... Why don't you just go the whole
hog? I'm finishing up.
So let me do this, Seun. And to you, the viewers, you know, we just had something like we don't bet, but we just had something here. I put it at 55. Chimney says 45 million.
Yeah.
Seun says 44 million. So do me a favor, do me good. Send us pictures of you at the polling unit.
Yeah.
Let's know so that we can collate. Because I want to be sure that I beat Seun. He said that he asked the question, does Neota love sports? I'm a sportsman, but I want to be Seun at this. So send us pictures. Let's see how quickly, as you get to the polling unit, your vote. Of course, you can't take your camera into your polling the cubicle. But as you get to the polling unit, as you're waiting, let's see what your pictures of you at the polling unit. Send it to our Twitter handle. Send it to the handles will be on the screen today. Let's see what's happening out there.
Or even our email.
Even on the emails.
I mean, there's some of us who are still the old-fashioned. We do things the old-fashioned way. You can send your email. It's easy. Take a picture, put it on your email, send to 2023verdict@channelstv.com, or send to our social media handle. Just tag us, tweet at us, 2023verdict. That's the hashtag 2023verdict. Let's rush over some of these figures we have here. We just try to pump as many figures and information for you to know. So this is the cumulative total of all the candidates that we have in the race. For everyone that INEC has registered, the National Assembly, the presidential candidates, the governorship candidates, the State House of Assembly candidates, all of them, 15,303.
So 87 million Nigerians who will be going to decide
absolutely
with these people.
Yeah.
What happens with 15,303?
The figures that excite me here, total number of candidates with physical or whatever, some kind of challenge or the other, 40. Total number of female candidates, 1,557. Total number of young candidates, 4,374. Now, the young there, some will say is relative. I mean, there was a time in this country where we had the national leader of, one of the national youth leaders of a party was almost 60. And so young is being relative here. But I'm excited about those, the challenge, the physically challenged, coming out to contest for one office or the other. And even the female candidates as well, I'm excited. I'm looking to see that beyond here, this would be a trend where we see an uprising, or rising numbers in terms of those that are willing to go out there and serve, not just to go out there to make a difference. It's really exciting to see that.
Absolutely, guys. These are the exciting figures. I imagine, I mean, I don't know if you guys can remember when you start for JAMB. Yeah, it's been a long time, Chamberlain.
Absolutely.
I bet you
can't remember his score.
I know I tried it about 3 times before I got it right.
Yeah, that was the thing at the time. I mean, you have to keep trying. And you know, it's not about how many times you try, it's about when you fall, how were you able to pick yourself back up? Absolutely. That's very key.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, you try to put a lot of figures in your mind, a lot of information, because, you know, the way JAM and all of those examinations work, these are you're not going for an examination, actually. You're just going to exercise your civic responsibility. But guess what? This election is a festival of politics, of democracy. So let us go in that festivity. If you have your water cans, take it along with you.
This is the time.
If you have your food basket, take it along with you. You can even camp at the polling unit. Just make yourself comfortable. Thank goodness it's not rainy season. Yeah. So
you can enjoy the ride.
Yeah, you
enjoy
can
the atmosphere.
Enjoy the atmosphere.
A friend of mine did this in the last election, and he says he's going to do it this year. He took a cooler of prepared food for about, I think, 15 people the last election. So he's going to increase that number. Had food prepared, had drinks. He took to the polling unit and carried a chair, sat down there, said, "See, Fudo, when you vote, come and eat." And
he should be careful this time.
No,
so it doesn't be said as vote buying.
As vote buying, you know. But it's just he's just a. And incidentally, he's not a member of any political party, but the fact that people are sitting down,
hearts,
some actually brought games. I mean, the last time I voted, that was in the last election, some brought games and sat down there playing games just to the excitement in the polling. Have you gone to a polling unit lately?
Yeah.
The excitement, I'm sure our correspondents will show us what's going on in the polling units. The excitement of the citizens is, it's